Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the first episode of The Update. What is update? You're about to find out. Right now hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, lay back on your seats because I'm gonna keep you updated every week. The Update is a weekly show and I'm gonna share the most important news with you in 3 different categories, which is included Gen Z, gadget, and gaming. And I'm gonna talk about them in details. But this is not everything. Every week I'm gonna interview a streamer, you'll get to know them and it will be a shout out for them. So if you are a streamer, write down a comment for me or message me on my social media and I will get back to you as soon as I can. You might be the next guest on The Update. UK is gonna have self-driving car on the road next year. Damn, robots are really gonna take over the world, but good for UK. The Department of Transport has announced that self-driving vehicle could be allowed on UK roads by next year. This is actually kind of cool because for the first time ever, drivers are able to delegate the task of driving to the vehicle. When activated, the system keeps the vehicle within its lane, controlling its movement for extended period of time, and the driver can just enjoy the view and probably a hot coffee. If you are from UK and watching this right now, stop smiling because you have to be ready and able to resume driving control when prompted by the vehicle. So I'm assuming if there is a situation, vehicle is like, driver, take over the wheel, and old lady is crossing the street. The government are currently considering proposal for automated lane keeping technology and collision avoidance technology. And this could be allowed on their roads by 2021. Well, I would never let someone to drive my car and I'm not gonna let a robot to take over it. Anyway, good luck UK. Here is how iPhone 12 will look like. Apple will introduce the new iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro in a few months. Last week, 7Apple designed and released some renders of this smartphone. I think there was a couple photo leaks a while ago and 7Apple has designed it based on those leaks. iPhone 12 Pro got a 6.1-inch screen and Pro Max 6.7-inch screen. For sure, buyers have several options on storage as well. The designs show 2 cameras on the iPhone 12. According to Geeky Gadget, iPhone 12 Pro model will come with 3 rear cameras and a laser scanner. All of these models will be powered by the new Apple A14 processor and will all come with the new iOS 14. Apple are rumored to be launching their new iPhone in October and the Pro models may not go on sale until November. Telegram announced video calls for Android and iOS. This is really good because Telegram is one of the most popular messenger apps and it's available on Android, iOS, and Windows. This messenger now is on top 10 most downloaded app, is used all over the world to stay in touch with family, friends, classmates, or co-workers. Telegram has never advertised and every user has come to the app because of a recommendation from someone they trust. I think that's a true story because I remember my older brother told me about this app and ever since I've been using it. Now because of the 7th anniversary last week, they added video call. Alpha version of video calls is now available on both Android and iOS. You can start a video call from your contacts profile page and switch video on or off at any time during the voice call. All video calls are protected with end-to-end encryption. To confirm your connection, compare the 4 emojis shown on screen for you and your chat partner. If they match, your call is 100% secured by time-tested encryption, also used in Telegram secret chat and voice call. If you want more details about this, you can go to Telegram's website. Finally, Apple responds to Epic Game. But before going through this, let's review what exactly happened. As you know, Fortnite is one of the biggest and most famous games in the world. It's a free game, but users are spending so much money for skins, battle pass, and everything else on the item shop. Apple was taking 30% of every purchases, but Epic Game introduced a new permanent discount in its store, and it's offering 20% saving on V-Bucks and more across all platforms. It has also introduced a new direct payment for iOS and Android. So Epic Game has violated the App Store rules, which I don't think so. Why people should pay extra for their purchases? Anyway, on August 13th, this game disappeared from the App Store, but when this happened, Apple was really surprised by Epic Game. Fortnite had a 65-page lawsuit and they set the file as soon as they got banned. Epic Game was accomplished its mission by 1984 commercial. Apple has published a statement to The Verge. Here's the full statement. The App Store is designed to be safe and trusted place for users and a great business opportunity for all developers. Epic has been one of the most successful developers on the App Store, growing into a multi-billion-dollar business that reaches millions of iOS customers around the world. We very much want to keep the company as part of the Apple developer. The problem Epic has created for itself is one that can easily be remedied if they submit an update of their app that reverses it to comply with the guidelines they agreed to and which apply to all developers. We won't make an exception for Epic because we don't think it's right to put their business interests ahead of the guidelines that protects our customer. If you are watching this, that means you are into video games, and if you are into video games, that means you know Dr. Disrespect. This is a good news for fans. Dr. Disrespect is writing a memoir. Violence, Speed, Momentum will arrive on March 30th, 2021. The book is said to include thoughts from Doc about what's it like being the greatest gamer in the history, while also sharing never before told stories about his career as a streamer. Most importantly, Doc will finally have the opportunity to tell us how at a young but obviously still mustachioed age he became the two-time consecutive year back-to-back 1993-1994 blockbuster video game champion. First time I watched Dr. Disrespect streaming, I was really surprised and I really had a great time. I subscribed to his channel right away, and Doc, if you ever see this, I'm a big fan. You are the legend, but Professor Mo is here to take over. Anyway, this book, I'm looking forward to it and I will definitely read it. Hi Arshi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you so much for asking. Alright, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Arshia, and yes, for the Iranians who are watching, it is a boy's name, but my dad decided to name me Arshia, but I can't do anything about that. You got to go ask my dad about it. I didn't put my own name, just clarifying that right there. Yeah, I've been a streamer for the past couple of months. I managed to create a small yet loving community, and honestly, I've never been happier in a place of work, I could say, because nowadays streaming is pretty much a viable profession. So I really do want to continue on this path and hopefully make something out of it. I've also been creating a lot of content on YouTube, just refining my editing skills and whatnot. Before becoming a streamer, I actually graduated as a dentist. I wasn't able to make it in that profession, unfortunately, due to the oversaturation of dentists in the country. But I'm really enjoying this new profession that I've decided to go for, and I really hope that I can make it one day.
That's amazing. Well, first of all, I'm so sorry that the dentist thing didn't work out for you. But
No
I
worries.
am so sure that the streaming is gonna work out, because I've seen you on the stream. You have a special energy always. You are I don't know, you are different than the other streamers. I mean, I've been watching random people, but you get a special energy. I'm sure it's gonna work out
Thank
for
you.
you. Definitely. Yeah. Alright, name 3 things that you like.
3 things that I like. Okay, I like a lot of things. First thing will have to be probably food, because I'm a big foodie. I love to eat. I eat to live. No, I live to eat. Sorry, that's the other way around. I live to eat. I love all kinds of food. I love everything. But the thing I love the most is probably the weirdest answer for anyone. You know, usually they go like pizza, burgers, lasagna, pasta, whatever. But my favorite is actually soup.
Wow.
I love soup. Every
Okay,
kind of
that's
soup.
cool.
Noodle soup. All of it, yeah. I'm just addicted. I can have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I actually had soup right before this interview, so I said I needed to pump myself up. I need to get that energy. So yeah,
That's
I
amazing.
love soup.
Yeah, actually over here it's almost 4 a.m. and I'm just having my early morning coffee.
Oh my goodness, 4 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like what time is it here?
Tell me.
2:50 a.m. Oh my
2:50.
goodness. 2:50 p.m. Sorry, I'm
Uh,
like on the other side of you, completely other side.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god. What a world, seriously. This world is so big.
Yeah, I'm in the
Alright.
future.
Oh yeah.
Definitely in the future.
Oh yeah, technically you're in the future. Tell me what's
I
happening
am?
tomorrow.
At a price. At a price. I can't just be telling you for free. I gotta make a
Okay,
business. I gotta
that-
make a life for myself.
That's true. All right. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay, so name 3 things that you dislike.
3 things that I dislike. Well, there isn't much I really dislike. I mean, there probably is, but I just don't like to keep them in my head. I don't know, you get like bad energy, I guess, when you have it in your head all the time, but let me think about it. I guess I could go food-wise and say I don't like sweet food that isn't dessert, if that makes sense.
Okay, that,
You know,
that
like-
totally makes sense actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really dislike sweet food. I hate it so much.
Yeah. Unless it's dessert.
If it's dessert,
Unless
that's a
it's dessert,
different
then it's
story.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
okay.
It's
And
completely different story.
Tasty. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that I dislike. I can, you know, and I can say I dislike it and I can remember it because I'm exposed to food every day, you know. So I remember it.
All right.
But
that's
other
good.
things I really don't know about anything else. But if I remember, I'll let you know, I guess.
Okay. All right, Bill. You gotta let me know. 2 more.
Okay.
things.
Right.
Okay. So, one more question. Are you happy? Do you feel happiness?
This is a very general question.
I
I'd
know.
say
If you don't want to answer, it's totally fine. Like, I don't know. Like, I just
no, I
want.
could answer.
Okay.
Am I happy? I always try to be. Let's say that I always try to be happy. I always try to put on a happy face, laugh all the time. A lot of people that come on my stream, they go like, "How do you have this energy?" Oh wait, I could come back to something I dislike. I dislike coffee. It's also something that you,
Okay.
it's something that you eat or drink. But yeah, I dislike coffee a lot. I remember this because a lot of people would come on my stream. They go like, "Oh, you must have a lot of coffee because you're always so energetic. You're always so happy." And then I tell them I actually highly dislike coffee. Not even just coffee. Anything coffee flavored. I don't like
Even
coffee
Persian
flavored
tea?
cake. No, tea is okay. Tea I like, but coffee I do not like. I don't like the bitterness. I really dislike the bitterness.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah. So going back to that, I go like, how are you always happy? Why are you always smiling? Sometimes it's a bit weird for them. You know, there's a lot of people I've met in my life where it's not common for them to show the happy emotion so much. They're more you know, like the poker face on the whole time, and they don't show their loving side that much. So a lot of them would actually ask, "What's wrong with you?" Instead of, you know, like, "Oh, are you happy? You're so happy. It's so nice." I get some of these comments, and I also get "What's wrong with you?" comments. But my aim or my objective in streaming is to be able to touch as many lives as I can, and to always put on a brave face, a happy face, a smiling face, to laugh at the face of diversity, because I want my community to look at me and be influenced in a good way, in a positive way. I always spread the positive vibes. Every time someone comes with a problem in their life, I always tell them, yes, you can go through it, but you have to put a brave face. You have to brush it off. You have to not take things so personally, to put it in your head, to the back of your head. So as a person who is kind of responsible now, because I do have a small community following me now, so I do feel that responsibility that I have to smile, I have to be happy, I have to tell, even if I tell them I have a problem in my life, like currently I do have some financial problems in my life, I do have some family problems in my life, and I mention those things, but I don't dwell on it, I don't sob about it, especially in the public eye. But showing your emotions, of course, is very important, no matter what. Sadness, anger, happiness, it's very important. But in my opinion, you should show that side of you to, let's say, your close friends, people who understand you, people who want to help you. Like, that is something I welcome in my community a lot, in my Discord community. If something happens tell us, we talk about it, we try to get through it, we try to find a solution. But for me personally, I will never show it. I will never show it on my face, because I can't have my feelings influence someone in a negative way. You know, like I need to tell them about my problems, but I also need to tell them how I overcame it, how I'm dealing with it, why it's not bothering me right now. And yeah, that's I might have talked a bit too much, but yeah, I just wanted to get my point through. But yeah, that's basically my answer to "Are you happy?"
All right, that was a kind of long, but an amazing answer.
Slightly.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I've seen your community, I've seen your stream. You always have that amazing energy while you're streaming, and everyone are so friendly in there. Like when I first, I think I found you on the recommended channel, and then I followed
Really?
you. Yeah, I found you on the recommended channel, and then when I came in, I was like, okay, hell yeah, this is a community that I was looking for. Everyone is friendly. It was amazing. Anyway.
That's really
Personally,
nice to hear.
Professor Mo is appreciating your streaming. Keep it up. You gotta do this. Okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, of course. Alright, so let's say you can travel back in time and meet your younger self. What would you tell her?
Ooh, go back in time and meet my younger self. This is a hard one. I mean, everyone will probably go back in time and tell their younger self, "Don't be stupid," or "Don't," you know, or "Don't post that photo on Facebook," or don't even go on social media. You're just too young. You're just too young. Like every time, I know it happens to all of us when we go back on our social feeds from when we were younger, we just go like, "Oh my God, I was that. How was I that? That's embarrassing."
Okay, same story happened to me actually.
Yeah. So everyone goes through that. I know that, but on a more serious note, I don't think I'd change a thing. I wouldn't, because I have, of course, I have a lot of regrets in my life. I have a lot of things that I would do differently. But however, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't make those mistakes. I wouldn't have learned the things that I had. I've made a lot of mistakes. I know everyone has a lot of huge mistakes, and maybe some people would go and tell them not to do that specific thing. But I wouldn't have my current mindset. I wouldn't be the person I am today. And I love the person I am today, even though maybe I'm not in the best place financially. Maybe I'm not in the best place. I don't know. Like I am not being able to settle down yet. But still, I like the person I am today. And that's what everyone should feel, that they should love the person they are today. Don't describe yourself or don't judge yourself based on what you have or anything like that. You should judge yourself based on your mindset, based on the people that you have around you. Like, just look at your friends, look at your spouse or your significant other. Are these the people that I want around me? Because you actually get judged on the people that are around you. The people around you, are they people you love? Are they people who love you? Are they someone who would do anything for you or would do the same things you would do for them? So that's something you really need to think about. And currently, the people I have around me are amazing. I love everybody that I have. Even the community, I wouldn't, maybe if I changed some things, I wouldn't have the community I have today. And even though it's a small community, I love them to death. I look forward to seeing them almost every single day and talking to them every single day. So yeah, I wouldn't change a thing. Maybe I'd just say, don't be so cringe when on social media, but that's basically it. That's
That's amazing. All right. Honestly, I think that was the best answer for that question. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. Do you do anything else besides streaming?
Besides streaming, so you mean besides gaming and all that, right?
Yeah.
I love to cook. I love cooking very, very much. I cook all kinds of food: Italian, Chinese, Iranian, of course. Little bit of Arabic. I love cooking. But the worst part about cooking is cleaning the dishes afterwards.
Oh my God.
I wish
that's so true. I know.
I know. So that's like the worst part about cooking.
It
But
is.
so I love cooking. Other things I love to do, I love gardening. I don't have a garden. and it's way too hot. I do have a small balcony, but it's really hot in the weather here. It's like over 40 degrees, so anything you would plant will die.
Yeah, no,
So-
I've heard about Dubai.
Yeah, so I've kind of been doing something, crazy. I've been planting stuff indoors, but
Yeah.
if you can see
Right
in my
now-
background,
Yeah, I can see it. I was gonna mention it.
yeah, those are 2 tomato plants that I grew from seeds.
Oh,
I actually bought, I just bought a tomato from the supermarket, cut it open, took out the seeds, and I planted it. And now I have 2 big ones. And on the other side in the
Oh.
kitchen, I actually have a big pile of like plants. I've got coriander, I've got parsley, I've got more tomatoes. I
Okay.
love gardening.
Oh,
So
that's
I wanna
amazing.
build-
Okay.
Yeah. So people always call me crazy because you're like, no one plants tomatoes indoors. Like, you're actually crazy. But I'm like, I gotta make do with what I have, right? You gotta
Sure.
make do with what you have.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Awesome.
yeah, it really makes me happy. I'm such a boomer. Like the tomato plants just got some flowers today. That means I'm gonna get some tomatoes, and that makes me extra happy.
Ooh, that's
So-
amazing.
So people my age don't really get happy for these kind of things. So I'm certified boomer. Certified boomer.
How old are you? didn't
I am
ask.
26.
26. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm 25. You're 1 year older than me.
Oh no, that makes me so sad.
I'm sorry. I'm 35.
I do not want to age. Okay, that's better. That's better.
Oh, that sounds good. Okay. How did you start streaming?
How did I start streaming? Well, firstly, I started in a net cafe. My life has been pretty much a mess. Not gonna lie. I used to live in. I lived in Dubai all my life. I was born here, lived here all my life, and then I packed up my stuff and we went and lived in Ecuador in South America for a couple of months. So I had to sell everything, even my setup, all of it. I had to sell, and we lived in Ecuador for a couple of months. Then we came back to Dubai. So when we came back to Dubai, we had nothing. So we had to start from scratch. So I didn't have a setup and anything. So I actually went and I started streaming in a net cafe. And so I didn't know anything about streaming, nothing. All I knew is that I just wanted to try it out, see if I like it first of all, because I've never done anything like this. Let me see, do I like it? Do I feel comfortable with it? Does it bring me joy? Does it bring other people joy? So I did do it for a couple of months in the night cafe, but it was very inconsistent. It was like once every 2 weeks, something like that. And my webcam was super dark because, it's a net cafe and it's super dark and it's got all those lights and whatnot. So I started there. And then once we were able to get an apartment, which is this apartment here, we managed to start slowly getting, pieces of the setup. And one of my friends was really generous enough to let me borrow their PC. So I started streaming at home. Yeah, so once I got to the house, I started to get more consistent, which was about 6 months ago. Started streaming, almost every day and trying to really focus on it and stuff. Not gonna lie, the beginning was very, very tough. It was tough in a sense that there was no response there. And this is something that a lot of streamers go through and a lot of people don't understand because they give up right away when they see that you're not getting any responses, you're not getting any followers. But everybody goes through this. No one grows from the first day or the first couple of months even. You have to try, you have to grind. It's all about the grind. Even with the YouTube, like right now my YouTube is very small, but I gotta grind. I gotta keep putting out videos. When people see that passion, they see that you are putting the effort in it. That's when they'll start to respond. That's when you'll start to grow. Yeah. So even now, I've been streaming for about 6 months, but I'm still a very, very small streamer. I don't make nearly enough to be able to have this as my profession, but I'm not gonna give up because I've had a taste of how it feels, a taste of how amazing it could be and how amazing the community is. So that's really how I got into streaming, and I really do want to stick to it and hopefully make something out of it.
That's amazing. Alright. Yeah, it was really nice to hear your story, and I appreciated that you shared everything with us. And,
No problem. My pleasure.
Thank you. And my next question was, I was gonna ask about your goal on streaming, which we got it on the previous question, so I'm not gonna ask that.
I talk quite a bit, so I might have answered your future question.
And so, one more question. This is the last question.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not gonna bother you anymore.
Ready.
This is the last question. Okay.
Oh, it's not a bother. Don't worry.
Do you have any message for your followers or whoever is watching your stream?
A message. Okay.
I'm your follower.
I
I'm
think
watching your stream. It's a message for me.
I might have to repeat myself, but the message is to never give up, to never lose hope, to always know that there is someone there for you, even if it's not someone you know personally, if it's not someone you know in real life. Sometimes it's even easier to go to someone that you don't know in real life, that you know only through the internet, because you can be more comfortable with that person. I know it for myself. When I was younger, I didn't have that many people in real life that I could rely on, that I could trust. So I actually had a lot of internet friends, and that made me feel better. That made me feel like I have somewhere to go to when nowhere else accepts me. So I do want people to know that there's always going to be someone. If you don't find anyone, that you can come to our community, to many communities, not just mine. There are many communities on Twitch that have the same positive vibes kind of stream, that make feel good kind of stream, and pay attention to you. They really do. Like for me, I try very, very hard to read every single chat that comes on my stream, and I don't even have a second monitor, so I read my chat off of my phone. So I have my phone right here. I keep it right here on the bottom, and I make sure to read everyone, even though it really strains my neck and my eyes. But I know that when I read someone's message, they feel good about themselves, and I feel good as well responding to them. So if you will get noticed, you will have someone to talk to. So just make sure you reach out, because you can't just stay and beat yourself up about something that may have happened to you. Reach out to someone. There will be someone who cares, for sure. Don't ever think that you aren't important in this life. You are important. You are significant. You can make a change in the world. This is so cliche, I know, but it's very true. It really is. One single person can change a lot in this world. So yeah, the main thing I want to send is that you're not alone. You aren't, and we care about you. And when you give a little bit of love, you get a whole lot of love back. So
that's so true.
Yeah, yeah. So don't stop believing. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So you got two amazing answers for these two questions, and this one, the last question, you had the best answer, I guess. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Archie.
No problem.
So,
my pleasure.
Would you tell us about your streaming schedule?
My streaming schedule is actually a bit alternative. I actually post my weekly schedule on Discord, and usually I stream around 6:30 to 7 o'clock Dubai time. So if you'd like to jump in on the stream, please do. We would love to have you.
Yeah, sure. I will let everybody know, I promise.
Great, thank you.
Alright, thank you so much for your time, Arshia. I really appreciate it. My pleasure.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining in, and make sure to stay tuned for more of these podcasts.
Thank you so much for watching first episode of The Update. I really appreciate that. And don't forget, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, we are streaming on Twitch 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific time. Please hit that like button for me and write down a comment what you think about this episode. And if you have any recommendation for upcoming episodes, please write it down for me. Thank you so much. And don't forget to share it with your friends. I need your support. Peace out, Professor Mo.